We must not let outsiders violate our blocks. And my plot, let's stick up the world and split it 50-50. Let's take the dough and stay real jiggy. Let's sip the Chris and get pissy. Flow infinitely like the memory of my nigga Biggie. Baby, you know it's hell when I come through. The life and times of Sean Carter, nigga, volume 2. Y'all niggas get ready.
You better tell them to all rise or everybody go to jail. Let's go. All rise. All rise. Let's go. Everybody get up. Bust a move. Let's go. Everybody, let's see it. Hey, hey. Get it, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. I get it, y'all. Come on. It's hey. Get it. Get it. Hey, hey, hey. Come on. It's the hard knock.
We sue. We suing that bald head guy for all what he got.
Get it, y'all. Hey, hey, get it. Bow, bow. Now this is how you start court, goddammit. Y'all can't hear the music. Woo. Alright. y'all can turn the music off.
You snitching?
Alright, everybody. Y'all can sit down. Everybody can be seated. Go up, bailiff. You can turn the music off now.
This is a court.
It's not letting me.
It's not letting you.
It's saying I don't have permission to.
Damn it. Alright, y'all know what that means. We're gonna have to rock out for the rest of the song, I guess. Hey. Get trick. It's the hard knock.
I mean, you finished a good time.
I know, right?
It won't let me stop.
It won't let me stop it either.
See?
Wait, hold on. That just said play something else. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, court is in session. Good evening, beautiful citizens of Atlanta. Good evening. So let's just see what is on our docket for today. And when I call your name, please rise and let the court know that you are in attendance. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Okay, Kevon Reeves. Is Kevon Reeves here? Kevon Reeves, if you are in the house, please stand.
Kevon.
Okay. Jazz Diggins. Jazz Diggins, if you are in the house, please stand. No Jazz Diggins. Okay. Slayton appeal case. Lieutenant Lucas. I know Lieutenant Lucas is here in the house. Okay. Kane Cash. Mr. Kane Cash. Is Mr. Kane Cash in the house? If you are, please rise. There you go, Mr. Cash. Thank you. Kilani Martin. Kilani, if you're in the house, please. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Martin. Hassan Carter. Hassan Carter, if you are in the building, please stand. Is that you, Mr. Carter, in the blue shirt? Flex your X real quick. No, that's not him. Okay.
What's the name you said?
Hassan Carter. Okay. Tyreek Williams. Is Tyreek in the building? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Were we supposed to see Fetty Wick today? I wasn't sure, but I put his name on the calendar. Is Fetty Wick here? Okay, I think that was something else. And Mr. Guwap Carter. Guwap Carter, are you here?
Right.
Okay, thank you. All right, be seated. Okay. All right, we are ready. So, Kayvon Reeves is not present. So let it be decreed that a warrant will be issued for the arrest of Mr. Kayvon Reeves. Once apprehended, he will be found guilty immediately. He will have double, as a matter of fact, triple time and triple the fines because of his blatant disrespect for this court and all of us who came to have justice and some really dope ass RP. He done played in all our faces tonight. DA, can you update his MDT and make sure that the officers know to go get his ass immediately and expeditiously after this hearing?
God damn. Who's talking like that?
What are they talking about?
DA, did you get note?
Oh, my apologies. I was whispering, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor, I did get all that.
Okay, thank you. Officers, did you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for this one.
Yes. Triple time. I don't want to hear shit. Okay.
What?
Next up, we have Jazz Diggins. Jazz Diggins going once. Jazz Diggins going twice. Another person playing in the court's face. DA, please let the record reflect. Guilty immediately. Warrant for the arrest. Triple the time and triple the fines. No plea deals. Failure to appear, aka playing in our face.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Right, 10-4.
Warrant is valid for Jazz Diggins. Officers, did you receive that information as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, DA, just let us know when you are ready to proceed with the next one. I know you got to update your MDTs.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
We got court right now.
Jesus Christ, that's not good. With intent to distribute possession of a controlled substance and possession of a firearm class 2. And additionally, they did have a group sex laptop, and I know the name sounds
Wait,
unholy,
what?
but wait a minute.
Can you please explain this for the court and the citizens?
Yes, so the business is called Group Sex, and it's spelled GRUPPESECHS. It is the security transport division for all of the banks. Funny enough, you can actually you can actually work there delivering, you know, money between ATMs. So they were in possession of a group sex laptop, right? And those laptops are only designated to high ranking security officers of that division. And doing the work for group sex as a money transporter does not grant you access to this laptop. So we do believe this laptop is stolen, and we were prepared to prove that in court. So we'll leave it up to your discretion with that information at hand if you support the addition of PC2-206, receiving/possession of stolen property, which would have been an additional 100 months and $150,000 fine, totaling 445 months and $585,000 fines. But without that addition, they were facing 445 months and $435 fine without that addition.
Throw the book at their ass.
So they would be facing triple the or no, this was double the time of the 545 and the 585 thousand in fines. Okay.
Wait a minute. No, I want triple time.
Oh, for both of them?
Yes.
Oh, biscuits.
We talking about Kayvon Reeves, right?
Yes.
Triple time for everything. Triple fine.
Oh heavens, yes, Your Honor.
That's OD, bro. Yeah, she doing too much. She doing too much.
Silence in the court.
Doing too much.
This is what happens
Okay.
when you do too much and you play in the court's face.
All right, that's done, Your Honor.
Jazz Diggins, same thing.
Just a moment. So she was facing PC-2701, possession of a controlled substance, PC-2-802, possession of a firearm class 2, PC-2-803, possession of a firearm class 3, PC-2-809, brandishing, PC-2-810, resisting arrest, PC-2-907, reckless evading. So that is going to be triple of 377 months in prison and triple of $430,000 in fines.
Give her double.
Okay.
Give her double.
The nigga get triple though. That's crazy.
Who is that in the peanut gallery?
Oh, she said her.
I hear mumblings from the citizens. So let's review as to why if you fail to appear in court, your fines can be doubled, if not tripled. In the matter of Kayvon Reeves, and not that the court has to explain, but we will out of respect for all of you, he was very disrespectful, and when told to appear in court to have his fines reduced and to make his plea, he said he ain't coming and fuck the court. So we gave him time to show up and didn't even, get in our bag or in our feelings about the fact that he was so disrespectful to all of our time, which includes your time. So when I say triple the fine, it takes a lot for me to do that, because I love giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. But when you blatantly say fuck the court, and our time here that we spend together here in RP to enjoy ourselves, you played in my face and he played in your face, so he gets triple, sir. Are there any other questions about why Kayvon is getting triple the time? Any more dissenting voices?
He deserve it.
I don't know about y'all, but my time is valuable and I enjoy spending it with y'all. You can say it outside in the hallway. So when it comes to Jazz Diggins, you can double her fine and double her time, as is the law. Next up, we have the Slayton appeal. Lieutenant Lucas and DA, can y'all, Lucas, can you come to the middle podium? And oh, she's here.
I don't know why I'm back here.
Well, actually, you don't have to. You can go and sit in the gallery for now. We may not need you for this type of proceeding, but it's great that you're here so you can hear what's being levied against you. Okay?
Your Honor, I didn't call for an appeal of your decision on her case.
No, you didn't. Lieutenant Lucas asked for an appeal for case number 800, I believe. And Miss Slayton, if you take your seat in the gallery, or you could sit at the defendant's table, Miss Sergeant Lucas will come. I mean, Lieutenant Lucas will come and explain why he wants this brought before the court.
Where's the gallery? Back in the audience? Or...
Yes, ma'am. But you can have a seat at that desk right there, as this is concerning you.
Your Honor, may we approach the bench?
You may.
Yeah, I feel like I should be able to approach the bench too. I'm confused.
Yeah, Miss Slayton, we're gonna figure it out.
Ooh, I'm
you,
so sorry.
Okay?
Excuse me. Ooh, goodness.
Lieutenant.
Your Honor, you ruled on this yesterday.
Yes.
And reopening this case would put me in direct opposition with the APD.
I understand. Which I also told Lieutenant Lucas that she was handled through the federal government for a charge, but he says this is something completely different. So
yes, ma'am.
I granted the hearing for us to kind of hash it out to see, how you guys feel about it and if we can proceed with it.
And is this best to do before the witness of the citizens? Because depending on the new information, I would be arguing in favor of letting your prior ruling stand.
I agree, but if it's a completely different case altogether, then Lucas definitely has a point. If it's not a completely different case, then the ruling stands and we're done. But either way, we need to figure that part out.
All right.
Yeah, so this is mostly for it's mostly for Mr. Lucas to be able to put before the court whether it's a new case or part of the old case. That's all we're doing here today. We're not arguing the case, we're not doing anything, and then being able to let the defendant know if she has to appear again or if she's free to go. So she does need to be present. It's nice to have her present so that she knows what's happening. Okay?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Lucas, you can take the middle and let us know. Okay. Lieutenant Lucas, this is for us to determine whether the case against Ms. Slayton that you want brought before the court is a part of her judgment yesterday, or if it's a completely different case. This is definitely something to be decided between you and the district attorney. The court is here just to observe and to help mediate if need be.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can begin.
When I was reviewing body cam yesterday, court cam, I seen that the DA put case number 800 with case number 916. Case number 800 was a month ago, which I've never even got brought up in case 916. She should have got some jail time yesterday. She had a firearm, class 3. She had some tubes of purse on her. So I don't know why she got let go and did no much. She should be in jail right now. She shouldn't be up here talking.
PD let her go, fucking her.
All right, DA.
Your Honor, when I was reviewing this case, it was brought to my attention that she had an active warrant stemming from incident 800. So the White House usually does not make the DA's office privy to the decisions and rulings that they make in their higher government. So, to my attention, as it relates to Incident 800, just a second. As it relates to Incident 800, Miss Slayton, she was sentenced by the federal government, of which that length of sentence or the type of sentence, I don't know. All I know is that she was sentenced by the government, for that incident. However, the White House did not make the DA's office nor the APD aware that her associated warrant should be lifted. So the warrant was used in tandem with active investigation to justify the interaction with Miss Slayton for the incident. Okay. What was it? 9/16.
Okay, so it is the DA's finding that the White House did include all charges in their punishment for Miss Slayton, including the incident that the officer is talking about?
Considering that the existing warrant that stemmed from 800 was a factor in why she was interacted with, that's why I was okay with that incident being resolved along with 800.
Okay. Lieutenant Lucas, do you have any proof from the government that this crime was not included in her federal punishment?
There was never a warrant issue for her. She was never on a monitor. When I caught her, I was caught her actually doing two-handed hands. That's why I approached her. I never knew nothing about case number 800. There's no warrant. There's nothing says that she has a warrant out. If the DA can show me that she has a warrant out, I will let it go. If not, I want to proceed and get her locked up and go to jail.
Damn.
There's no proof that she has a warrant out in the empty tier, nothing, or at all.
DA, do you have proof of a warrant was put out for her by either your department or the White House?
Yes, just a moment.
Because I picked her up off her doing two-handed hands transaction. That was two different things.
Your Honor, I would like to intrude because he didn't talk to me. He just immediately detained me and started reading me my rights and going in my pockets at the same time. To my knowledge, you have to detain me and then Miranda me and then proceed to go. So all of it was done in invalid.
I was talking to her, Judge.
Your Honor, there was a warrant issued by the DA's office on December 1st.
Okay.
Linked to 800.
Linked to 800. Okay. Can you put that in the court records for review by Lieutenant Lucas? Lieutenant Lucas will provide time for you to review what the DA will put into our shared emails. And we'll follow back up on this in about 10 minutes. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No, this is not okay because we already decided on what this was going to be. If he wanted to rebuttal against this, he should have been here yesterday.
Miss Layton. There's a process and there's a way we handle it. We're on your side. We wanted you to come today in order so that you could see what's being done in your name and to your name. Okay? We are going to handle it. We will get to the bottom of it. We do not believe in double jeopardy, and we do not want you prosecuted twice for the same thing, which is why we're having this discussion on your behalf now. So guarantee we always will have your best interests at heart. Okay? I got you.
Okay, thank you, Yana.
You're welcome. Go ahead back to the gallery. We're going to pick it back up. I promise you before we leave from here today, we'll have it resolved.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, next up we have Kehlani Martin. Oh! Somebody help her.
Oh my baby.
Hey, Your Honor.
My shorty.
Come on up to the front, to the podium.
Hey, Your Honor. How you doing?
I am doing well. Miss Martin, we know that recently. Oh, you okay, Miss Martin?
Pregnant with number 2.
Oh, damn. Miss Martin, the court has brought you here today because you have been the recipient, or you won a settlement. You sued the Atlanta Police Department, and your case has been settled by the White House, and you were called here today to appear in order to provide the information we need for restitution, as well as to give your statement to the citizens of Atlanta as to what happened, and to allow the DA to provide any cautionary tales and measures, and then to go ahead and close out. Ms. Kalani, could you please address the citizens? Let us know what happened to you.
All right. So, I was at the trap house, and then it was a party going on. And excuse me, y'all, if I get to tearing up. It's just so traumatic.
Oh, bless her, bless
Like,
her.
it made no sense.
Bless her heart, Lord Jesus.
Okay, so I was at the trap house, and as I was leaving, an officer hit me off my motorcycle, and as I was hit off my motorcycle, I did a 360 flip. I hit my head.
Damn!
Everything went black.
Take your time. Somebody get her a tissue. Bailiff, can we please get her a tissue or something?
My life just been complicated ever since, man. I can't keep living like this. I gotta pay my medical bills.
Oh my God.
Yeah, hey, sue them.
Please, somebody please help. Yes, thank you, bailiff card. Thank you.
My brother was with me. He was also driving a motorcycle, but he in the hospital. He in a medical induced coma right now.
Oh my God.
Yes, and I think 2.5 ain't even enough for the injuries.
You need 10. You need 10 at least.
Now hold on.
You hear me?
You need 10 at least.
This is so horrible. And they telling me I can't even fight what I'm getting.
Mm.
The hospital getting straight here, guys.
Man.
Yeah, got you right.
Miss Martin.
I'm still going to see doctors, paying bills.
No, that's right.
This is traumatic.
Help her, Lord. Help her. Miss Martin, the state sympathizes with what you've been through. A settlement was issued not because the police admitted any wrongdoing, but for the length of time.
Fuck the police.
Oh, not in the courtroom.
I apologize, Your Honor.
So this
this
settlement was provided by the White House to, not because anyone was anyone's claiming fault, but because they did see that your case was languishing, and we had to do an overhaul of the court. But we also wanted you to have your day to speak as to what happened to you, as well as to give the DA an opportunity to speak about the rule of law when it comes to who to sue, when to sue them, and police culpability. DA, if you would, do you have anything to say about this particular case?
Yes, of course. Miss Martin, I'm beyond sorry that you have gone through such a traumatic experience, and especially that you're holding your head so high and carrying yourself so spectacularly, you know, with this weight on your shoulders, being a mother. Mm-hmm. I'm about to be a mother, and I hope that I can, you know, handle such a impressively terrible situation as gracefully as you're handling it today before the court, sharing your traumas with us. I do want to state, what a tort is pretty much. It's pretty much a wrongdoing that costs someone else money, opportunity, or gain. We were prepared, when weighing the decision because we believed that the tort should be transferred over to the driver due to the fact that they were doing a wheelie at the time of impacting, the officer's car. And, because that process was taking a little bit long under the system, as well as us transitioning into a new type of justice system and a new chief of justice, they thought rather than waiting or causing further delay to these cases by waiting for a new judge, since, of course, the beautiful judge who sits here today was representing some of you guys. Instead of waiting for another judge, they just thought it would be best to make restitution to the citizens, and any other lawsuits can be held under this more expeditious process.
Thank you, DA. We appreciate you. Ms. Martin, do you have anything else to say before we get the information that we need to grant you your settlement from the White House for $2.5 million in your civil suit against the Atlanta Police Department?
Nope. I'm just ready for my check.
I know that's right.
Hey, me.
DA, can you... The DA will tell you what information she needs from you and how to obtain that information and where to put it, and we will get you handled. So it be ordered that the settlement for Kalani Martin in the case of Martin versus APD is hereby settled by the White House in favor of Mrs. Martin for the total amount of $2.5 million, settled with prejudice. This cannot be brought before the court again in any shape, matter, or form.
Ooh, let me hold $1.
DA, can you let Miss Martin know what we need from her to get her paid?
Hey, O'Brien, get that guy out of here with that.
All we would need is for you to email your attorney your IBAN number from your bank, which you can get from your ATM, and then once the accounting gets settled, definitely within 72 hours you'll receive your payment.
Okay. And please, let's see if we can get her money faster. She ain't got no panties on.
Nope.
I ain't got no panties on.
No, ma'am. You are mooning the court. I'm about to find your booty in contempt. Please, somebody go get her a
man,
seat.
don't find me. I need all my money.
Okay.
Put y'all time back. Shit. I'm finna go to the bank right now.
That's right.
Get that girl her baby pet.
Next up, we have Mr. Kane Cash. Mr. Kane Cash, if you are in the building, please approach.
How you doing, Your Honor?
How you doing, Mr. Cash?
Good, shorty.
Now, you also have the...
Calling the judge shorty is crazy.
Oh.
Oh, I know her from back in the day, South Atlanta,
Right.
We grew up together.
No, it ain't that. We ain't never do nothing like that.
Never
now.
that, never
Come on, I'm saying. That's family. Now, Mr. Cash, you will have to address me as Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Excuse me.
Okay. So, Mr. Cash, you are here today because you also had a lawsuit against the Atlanta Police Department. Your case has also been settled by the White House. This is your opportunity to put on statement and have your day in court as to what happened to you on that fateful day. We'll also have the DA present here so that she can provide the rule of law in regards to cases like these. And then we'll close out with making an order for your judgment. If you could proceed and let everyone know what happened.
All right, so it was early around I think 6 o'clock in the morning. Something happened to me where I had to get resuscitated, so I was at the hospital. And upon leaving the hospital, it was another guy getting arrested by a cop. Right now, he's not here today. I don't even know if he still works for APD anymore. But I followed the young man. You feel me? He was getting arrested by the cop. I started singing the world famous Akon, a Young Jeezy song. Locked up, they won't let me out. And the cop got really.
Can you give us a little rendition so that take us back to that moment?
Oh yeah, for sure. So like when he was walking out, I was following behind, and I started, as the song goes, I'm locked up, they won't let me out.
Hey,
they won't let me out. I'm locked up, they won't let me out. No,
they won't let me out. That's my joint. Hey.
Yeah, definitely. I love that song. You feel me? So as I continue singing, the officer guy, I guess he got a little irritated. He was like, "Hey, back up from the car before you get locked up too." I said, "For what? For singing?" I told him, excuse me, Your Honor. I told him in my exact words, "Suck my dick." As soon as I told him to suck my dick, he put me in cuffs. He said, "All right, that's it. You're going to jail." Everybody started screaming like, "Oh no, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" Then he decided to let me go like 5-10 seconds later. I said, "It's good, bro. Don't even worry about it. The hospital got the CCTVs. I'm gonna sue your goofy ass." So he violated my first right amendment, you feel me? And my wrist was hurting. I was traumatized. I was thinking about back in the days I used to be in jail back in LA. All them people getting their butts touched. My butt never got touched. But I used to see people get their butts touched, and it was really scary, you feel me? So I was traumatized behind all that, Your Honor. I did not want to, experience that again. I ain't never gonna let man touch my butt, but it's like, that's scary. That's scary as hell. I was just really traumatized. So I had to, I had to talk with what's his name, Dr. Morgan. I had to talk with him. I checked in with my nurses and my doctors over my wrist because he tightened my cuffs really tough, like really tight.
Damn.
Oh yeah, but I'm okay. It's right. Life moves on. I ain't go to jail. I haven't been in jail in a long time, and I don't expect to go back to jail.
I know that's right.
Yes, ma'am. Excuse me. Yes, Your Honor.
Now, one of the things that the reason why Power to the People firm took on your case was because of what the now fired, and is he fired? I forget. But either way, he's not.
He resigned, Your Honor.
Oh, that's the one that resigned.
Yeah, I bet he would. I bet he would resign.
Hold on, Mr. Kane. No shade. No shade in the courtroom.
A whole lot of shade coming from the plaintiff, Your Honor.
My apologies.
One of the things that he said, which we knew we would have won the case if it was at a jury, was he said, what did he say to you? Do you remember?
He took. Let me look at my phone. I still got it on my phone. Hold on.
What? It was a direct quote.
All right, Your Honor. We're getting into mess. We're getting into mess territory.
But
I really forgot. I think you represented me. You can remind the court.
Yeah,
I'm gonna remind the court his thanks too.
You can remind the court. Go ahead. You remember what he said?
I don't remember what he said, but it was a direct violation of your rights.
Yeah,
I got my time. You still got the floor.
Okay. Mr. Cash, despite our reminiscing of my days when I used to be an attorney, is there anything else you want to add to the story?
You would have been buying wine that day, Your Honor. Just don't
anything else I want to say?
Yes.
I just want APD to get their things together, tighten up, stop abusing the community. We are all black people here, especially that bald head nigga back here, like that man.
Wow.
Excuse my language, Your Honor. But y'all got to tighten up, man. Or we gonna
Your
tighten
Honor,
y'all up.
Foul on the
That's
play.
Not a threat. That's a promise.
All right.
The city's gonna tighten y'all up.
All right, Mr. Cash. Let's quit while we're ahead. DA, do you want to inform the citizens about rule of law when it comes to engaging with the police and when they see the police?
I would love to, Your Honor. And I'm going to try to... All right. So, smack talking aside, this would have been a beautiful case to present before the court, because one thing that's so beautiful about this justice system is that without being on the same side, we really are on the same side. We're just arguing on two sides of what we believe the truth are, and that fair decision is left for a neutral judge to make. But of course, this case here is back when our lovely judge was the head practitioner of Power to the People law firm. So she was, for lack of better words, my rival. In this situation, you know, giving a friendly reminder that, you know, these blanket settlements aren't, you know, any form of admission of guilt, but rather than force, you know, our citizens to wait while another judge is appointed for these cases to resume, because of course our lovely honor here can't represent these cases because they were hers. They decided to just pay you guys out and start everything fresh, which, you know, I'm highly in favor of. Give everybody their day in court, you know, to talk their smack and throw their shade. I will be above it today and say, in all seriousness, I highly encourage every citizen read the DOJ legal system. I understand it's long, but it is so educational and informing you what your rights are as a citizen and what the officers are allowed to do or the lawful orders that they're allowed to give. You know, it would help, you know, educate us all. In this matter, what a lot of people don't know is that, you know, for the benefit of this city in particular, there's something called the crime scene law. So whenever there is a designated area outlined by APD, you have to stay a semi-truck's distance or a school bus's distance away from where their scene is. The officer in question is, oh my goodness, I don't even want to say his name out loud.
Next case.
The officer in question is I believe he was Corporal Mike Lowry, who was involved, who was the subject officer in this case. He had an arrestee in his car. So with that being stood as the law is written, his vehicle itself was a crime scene. And while the plaintiff here was exercising his amendment rights of free speech, he was unawarely encroaching on what was essentially covered in the crime scene law. And, you know, there were nurses who tried to carry him out of that range, but, you know, people started throwing the D word around and manhood came into question and temperatures got a little hot and, you know, things unfortunately got escalated. I am glad that, you know, this is being resolved in an amicable fashion and me not, you know, Your Honor, you already know what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it, but you would have been buying wine after that. Just know that. But jokes aside, I'm glad you're finally able to put this behind you.
Yeah, we
I appreciate it.
lady. Let's go.
Read the legal process. That's all I have to say.
Okay, that was a lot to say. Shit. She had a lot to say about that, Mr. Cash. But
that's good.
We will say that even with all of that said, if the police do violate your constitutional rights and they're caught red-handed doing it and saying it, you have a right to bring that matter to trial. Okay, it doesn't matter if I'm sitting here, if the previous judge or one of you become judge one day. Always remember that your constitutional rights come first, and that also is protection for the police as well. So, Mr. Cash, without further ado, the court hereby finds that you have been awarded settlement in your case against the Atlanta Police Department. The settlement is in your favor and will be awarded with prejudice. You cannot sue them again in relation to this matter. This is considered closed. You will be awarded $2.5 million. Please provide the DA with the information needed to begin your payout process.
Okay, I got you.
Your Honor, pretty much anyone who is covered by the State of Georgia Transitional Blanket Settlement Act, all they would need to do is submit their ATM IBAN numbers into their tickets, so that way when the accounting is all said, done, and approved, those payments can be issued out.
Mr. Cash?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so go ahead and get that information in and we'll get you processed.
Will do. I
Thank you for
appreciate
sharing your story with us today.
Thank you. Anything else you need from me?
Nope, that's it. You're free to go.
Gotcha. Hey, DA, I got a homie for you when you drop that baby. All right.
Oh,
not too much.
Well, disrespect.
I have
Cash.
Hey.
Huh?
Damn.
Yes, ma'am.
Go.
Oh no, I was just trying to put on with the homie. That's
Sir, dos muchos. Dos muchos. All right, next up, let's get this moving. All right, Hassan Carter. Mr. Carter, are you in the building? Hassan Carter. Okay. Mr. Tyreek Williams. Mr. Williams, are you in the building? Tyreek Williams.
Here, Your Honor.
Okay.
Here, Your Honor.
Please approach. Good evening, Mr. Williams. Are you prepared to begin your trial today?
Yeah, I'm prepared, Your Honor. But to be honest with you, I spoke with my lawyer, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and he's advised me to plead guilty because the evidence is not looking good.
Oh. Hold on. Let's have a moment of silence for the dead man being carried out, please. Thank you. All right. Everybody, please check your levels and make sure that everyone's good. We don't want any more of our Atlanta citizens dying in court. What? Is she okay?
Not my daughter.
Another one?
That's my daughter.
Damn.
Oh, biscuits.
Everybody,
Not
please,
my
if we can
daughter.
all take a break and get some refreshments and nutrition.
If you don't pick up, you bald-headed ass nigga.
Could someone please pick the news reporter up off the floor? Thank you. Jesus. The ghetto. All right, continue with what you were saying, Mr. Williams, that your attorney advised you to plead guilty.
Yeah, but I've got one little fucking my bad, Your Honor. I've got one request, yeah. If I can get 24 hours to say goodbye to my family and my son and that before I hand myself in. Is that okay?
Let's look at the charges before you. DA, are you ready? Can you pull up Mr. Williams' information and see what we have for him?
Yes, Your Honor, one moment.
And let's see if we have the arresting officer in the house. We can get this done with pretty quickly.
I'm pulling everything up, Your Honor. Okay, Your Honor. So the defendant, Mr. Williams, was facing PC 2-706 drug trafficking kingpin, and PC 2-906 evading, and PC 2-907 reckless evading. That was due to the quantity of the controlled substance that they had on their person at the time of the arrest. They were witnessed doing multiple hand-to-hand with local clients, and upon being, as you would say, lit up by the officers, you know, they proceeded to drive in dangerous circles in the middle of the road, on the sidewalk, in opposition of traffic, even leaping out of the car to make a sale and then leaping back in and continuing to drive some more. And it was a very reckless situation.
Sorry.
It's a slight risk. Don't let him out.
Your Honor, no, I don't recall doing all that. That's a load of
Quiet,
bollocks.
quiet in the court.
That's a load of bollocks.
Order in the court.
Your Honor, what does that mean? What are bollocks?
Don't worry about it. DA, you don't want to know. Continue.
Keep that nigga.
Did he call me a name?
No, he did not call you a name. It's an
Arrest
it's
that
an
nigga
English
right here.
expression like
Bullshit. That's what he said.
you know what? Quiet in the court gallery. DA, continue.
Gallery. Well, Your Honor, I can assure you that it's not any measurable amount of bollocks. It's no bollocks whatsoever. These things did happen. There is dash cam footage of it, as well as, these items are in the evidence locker. So, the defendant was looking at a pretty humiliating experience in trial representing himself. So I am glad that he was able to get in contact with a lawyer. But I would happily incline that I would happily grant the request that the defendant is allowed the opportunity to turn himself in 24 hours, provided that the available higher up don't object to that. I will, respect their decision on this matter. But I have no problem with the defendant saying goodbye to friends. Excuse me. I have no problem with the defendant saying goodbye to friends and family before serving his time.
Okay. So here's how I see it. While I do appreciate the defendant pleading guilty, no, there will be no additional time granted. You had a whole 2 days extra to have shenanigans, party, drink. You knew what was coming, and you knew what was against you, running around the city, flying around and driving fast and carrying on. We need you to sit down for a little while, and it'll be okay. Now, if there is a specific reason, maybe the DA will grant you a plea deal where your time could be lessened a little bit with the raising of the fee of your fine, or you can take your maximums right now, and the officers will take you into custody. Which would you prefer?
So I don't get 24 hours to say goodbye to my son, no?
I gave you 2 days. You want another 24 hours?
Just one more, 24 more hours.
Listen, don't come in here with that European nonsense. I gave you 2 days. Now you want more of a black woman back. And how am I supposed to explain that to the officers, to the court, and to the other citizens who come in here and they take accountability and they do their goddamn time? I'm going to need you to do the same thing. Matter of fact, no plea deal. Officers, get this man out. Pack him up. Get him up out of here. Pack him up.
Your Honor.
Pack his ass up.
Your Honor, no.
Right. Pack his ass up. Right. Get him out of here, playing in my face, asking for more time. Get him out of here.
Hold on. Let me make a
Nah, B. Nah, B. You good, B. We good. Fuck that. I'm sorry. Let me get myself together real quick. Next up, we have Guwap Carter. Guwap Carter.
Yo, I don't even want to go up there no more, bro. It's looking crazy.
Nah, he played in my face. That laugh though. He played in my face. I ain't even here for that. Be like, just saying.
It's looking crazy.
Let me get back. Sorry. Let me get back to being bougie. My bad. Mr. Carter, you are here before the court today to face charges. This is your arraignment. DA, can you tell us the charges that we have in front of us for Mr. Carter?
Just a moment.
How you doing today?
Oh, my dad. Oh, sorry.
I'm well, Mr. Carter.
It's been a cold day today.
It's been an interesting day.
Yeah. Temperature real low today, man. It's about 30 degrees outside today.
Uh-oh. I see we have our amazing chief here. So this must be serious if the chief came out.
Your Honor,
And she got her headband on. She is not playing.
Your Honor, the defendant before us is facing possession of a firearm class 2, 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute, and possession of a weapon class 1 because they had a rusty knife, and of course the knife does measure above 4 inches, which does make the blade illegal to be carried in the state of Georgia. Not only that, the rust it can hold lethal to anyone who is unfortunate, to be stabbed by such a weapon, such as this, adding considerable a savagery element to the matter. So
Okay.
they are facing 445 months and $435,000 in fines.
Damn. All right.
All right, Your Honor.
Mr. Carter, how do you plead?
Can we speak about this before I plead anything?
I can only give you your 3
Because
options and explain to you.
because the probable cause for that search was not
Hold
valid.
on. We are not there yet, sir. I have to let you know what your options are. So at this part of the trial, the phase, the arraignment, you can only say one of 3 things. You can plead guilty, at which point we'll determine what your sentencing will be and then get you packed up and, get your fine paid. You can plead no contest, at which point, same thing, but you're able to ask for a plea deal, whether you plead guilty or no contest. And at that point, you can tell us what happened and beg upon the mercy of the court to be lenient in sentencing. Or you can plead not guilty. Not guilty means that you believe that you did not do this crime and you want to prove to the court that you did not do the crime. You have to get an attorney, or you can defend your. I'm sorry?
No contest.
No contest. Okay. So, with pleading no contest, that means would you like to try to get a plea deal?
Excuse me?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you back up off me, please?
Would you like to get a plea deal?
Yes.
Okay. If you can go and take a seat over there by the desk, we're going to ask the arresting officer or the DA to speak to the incident and give us more context as to what happened. Is the arresting officer in the house? Or anyone from PD that would like to speak on this
Bald-headed
case?
dude right back here. Bald-headed nigga right back there.
Please don't refer to the officers as the N-word. Thank you.
Bald-headed brother back there.
Okay. Could somebody tap the officer on the shoulder and have him come up?
Mr. Milk Dud.
He don't answer.
I don't think he can see.
Is there anyone from APD that would like to testify on behalf of the police department?
I will. I was there.
Oh, Chief, I couldn't hear you. You were on. You were on
yeah. But Lucas will step in for him because he is
Okay, perfect. Lieutenant Lucas, if you could please take the middle podium. Mr. Carter, you can have a seat at the defendant desk. Thank you. All right, Officer Lucas, Lieutenant Lucas, please tell us what happened.
All right, so Lieutenant Vega asked Mr. Carter, can he take off his mask? He refused to take off his mask. He then proceeds to walk away from the scene, which we had our officer 805 to go talk to him, detain him, take off the mask and everything. Mr. Carter then proceeds to hop in the passenger side of a Escalade. The officer told him to hop out, and that's when we detained him. Mask was still on at the time. And we detained him and brought him down to the station. That's all that happened.
Object.
You can't.
That is not what happened.
This is not a this is not a trial.
He's lying.
You pled
He's
no
lying.
Don't have me hold you into contempt, Mr. Carter. Work with me. Work with me.
I also have body cam and everything too.
Thank you. Thank you on that one.
Okay. All right. Now, so you're saying that there's a no mask law in the city. Can you explain to us this law and when it came into effect?
Yep.
So it's anti-mask law. The
Anti-mask law.
officer, yes, ma'am. So the officer asked him to take off his mask so he can see his face while he was talking. He refused to take it off, so that's what it led to the anti-mask.
Um, Your Honor, may I also add something additional to that?
Yes.
Historically, and I'm sure you know exactly the time frame I'm speaking of, given your secondary job, you know, as a lovely physician at the hospital. The only exception to the anti-mask law was when number 19, if you know what I'm saying, was rampant in the city and
Mm-hmm.
being passed rapidly amongst the citizens.
Yes.
So yes, that was the only exception to the anti-mask law. But other than that, citizens are not to wear masks unless they are sick and exhibiting symptoms. But other than that, if there are identifiable characteristics and the officers do believe that they may possibly be looking at someone who is a person of interest or might have a warrant, they are able to politely ask the citizen to remove their mask. And really, it's a lawful order, but they ask out of politeness. So that they can briefly look at the face of the citizen. And of course, if they're not who they're looking for, then they wish them a merry day.
Understood. Officer Lucas, do you have anything else to add to the incident that happened? And do you have what is your recommendation for sentencing?
Uh, I want him to keep his regular time. Call it today.
Short, sweet. I appreciate you. Thank you,
Uh,
Lieutenant Lucas. Okay, Mr. Carter, you can approach the middle podium, and please tell us in your words what happened.
All right. Apparently these officers were called because of an ATM transaction that was going on somewhere nearby. I was in the middle of doing a transaction. I was in the middle of selling my vehicle at the moment. And once he came, first off, he chased whoever he was chasing, and he came back and told me he didn't care what I was doing because I didn't run, I didn't have nothing to hide. He then came back around and told me to remove my mask because he started speaking to me. And I asked him, what's the reason why I need to remove my mask? He told me that if I'm dealing with a police officer, I need to remove the mask. And I told him what's the dealing because I don't have nothing to talk to you about. I'm leaving anyway. Have a good one. So I turned around and went my merry way. And told the other officer to arrest me. They put me in a car. They brought me to the station without reading me my rights, put me in a cell without reading me my rights. Still, they have body cam of that. And for some reason, I went through the ground because the officer head was going crazy for some reason. And for 5 minutes, I was going through the ground, and they caught me outside and brought me right back in, and then read me my rights then. So I don't know what's going on with the roster, but it's not pasta.
Wow.
And I need my stuff back.
Oof. Your Honor, I would like to respond to that and educate that that Miranda's law only offers protection in way of self-incrimination, right? So if our entire case hinged on the defendant incriminating himself or admitting a crime, anything that he admits before he has read Miranda's law is inadmissible because he's not aware of his rights. But of course, once those Miranda rights are read and he is aware of his rights, then anything he said can and will be used against him from that point forward. So this case is not at all relying on any form of self-incrimination. In fact, there doesn't seem to have been much at all, if anything. There's other evidence that exists that justifies the case.
And the mask was also removed before I was even put in cuffs. At a point, he just wanted to flex his power. At a point, you might say.
So let me get this straight. Was there a crime being committed?
Not by me. Not by my knowledge. By anyway, the people I was speaking to, it was three of us speaking. He ran past us, didn't even speak to us. He told us we was good, and then he came back somehow, joined the conversation, and asked me to remove my mask. And I was not the only one with a mask there. I was just basically he just picked me out of the group, just asked me to remove my mask, and I asked him for what. He said if I'm dealing with an officer, I need to remove it. But there's no dealing, so I don't need to speak to you no more. I'm moving. It's 30 degrees outside. I'm cold. I'm going to my car. I'm leaving. I didn't have no reason to speak to you in the first place. So I walked off. There was no probable cause to speak to me at all, not to
Okay.
approach me or anything.
All right. So this appears to me to be something that is a waste of our time. I'm gonna hold
Yes.
you. I ain't gonna
Yes.
hold you. Number one, sir, Mr. Carter, you have to be respectful to the officers. If they ask you to do something, just do it so that we're not here with this at 11 o'clock at night when we could all be
I
getting
mean, he gave me
saucy
a
and
dilemma, Your
hold
Honor.
on, hold on. Let me finish. I got you. But I'm gonna hold you accountable for where you're wrong, right? So if a police officer, and yes, they do have the power to do that. That is what they get to do. They face a whole bunch of other stuff, and it's sometimes we don't like it, but yeah, he gets to tell you to take your mask off when you're talking to him so that he can be aware of his surroundings, and that's just a part of their job, and they have to do it, and we have to respect that. On the
I do.
officer's side, y'all don't have to arrest people for things like this. This was a simple matter of maybe even educating a community member or showing some grace and benevolence, because you are the police and y'all know y'all have the power. Y'all know y'all got the power. Y'all didn't have to have all of us in here for this.
The
He
mask was
wasn't selling no
removed.
drugs. He ain't shoot nobody. He ain't stab nobody. Nobody's dead. Drugs ain't on the street. Unless I got it wrong. Was drugs on the street because he had his
No,
mask on?
no, there was no crime.
I say we let him go. Slap on the wrist. Make
Your Honor,
sure.
I believe the arrest was made due to what was found on his person.
No, he I was already in jail. I was already in the police station
Can I
inside of
speak?
a cell before they even searched me. The probable
Can I,
cause wasn't a mask. If the
can I
probable
say
cause is not
something?
valid, then I would like to get my stuff back.
Can I say something to that judge?
Yes, Mr. Carter, you can go back to the desk. Step forward, officer.
Like the DA has said, he was just being detained, but he wasn't searched. Yeah, he got searched and he got read his rights first, and then searched after Lieutenant 300 got to the station.
But Lieutenant Lucas,
Yes,
just because
ma'am.
he didn't take his mask down, like we here for that.
I'm sorry. He asked multiple times. He did it. Then he told him, "You're not free to go."
The mask
And
was
then he
removed before
also
I was
told him,
handcuffed.
he's not free to
But
go.
then it turns into
That's when it
a pissing
escalates.
contest after a while. Take the mask down. No, take the mask down. The police has the ultimate power, and y'all also have the power to be benevolent and know when to de-escalate a situation. And you, as the officers with him, could have just been like, "Man, we out of here. He ain't doing no crime. Let's go."
Your Honor,
I
the mask was
understand that,
removed.
but
The
he
mask was
asked them
removed.
Mr.
to remove
Carter,
it,
Mr.
so he
Carter,
walked
please sit.
away.
Mr. Carter, please sit down.
Officers, let
Let me
him have the
finish.
floor.
Let me finish. So, Officer
But
Lucas, do you think that there could have been a space where somebody could have said, this is a law abiding citizen, tempers might be getting raised. Let's just, send him about his way with a stern warning.
I don't know, Judge, on that one. I don't think so.
What made you believe that taking down a mask warranted him being arrested and thrown into jail?
Disobeying a police officer. Yeah, he was asked multiple times. He also was told he was not free to leave. She also left.
Okay, got you. So, how
So,
about the. Did he die? Okay, I thought he died. Might I recommend, because he pleaded guilty, I'm going to remove myself from the sentencing of this. This is up to the DA. But might I
He pled guilty.
please, hold on, no contest, sorry. May I please recommend no jail time and a small fine for disobeying a police officer, and we can all get the hell up out of here.
Your Honor, that I would 100% accept if, you know, there weren't contraband on his person. Keep in mind, this was a generous amount of controlled substances on his
200
person
grams.
and a rusty knife, which, you know, I did explain. So I believe there should be at least some a marginal amount of accountability, you know, for the illegal acts, you know, that can be proven to
Bro,
have been committed.
this arrest is
He also
based on
had
the
a
probable
firearm too.
cause. It's based on the probable cause for the search. The probable cause for the search is being voided at this point. Why are we speaking on the stuff that he found on me if we're speaking on the probable cause for the search?
Because the rules in
Can we get it
Atlanta,
together?
the problem is, I would agree with you if we were in a dream world. It would be called the fruit from the poisonous tree, and anything found on your person would not be admissible in court. However, here in the city of Atlanta, 5M, the rules are different. Even if you are apprehended for something else and they find something on you, you will be held accountable for any illegal items found on your person, and they will not be returned. So
I would like to request their body cam because the
a plea
mask was
deal.
removed before I was already in cuffs. And me and him had a conversation. I asked him, "Are you just obsessed with how I look? You just want to see how I look?" And he was joking and
Oh,
everything. And then he started getting different.
okay, okay.
The
Hold on,
mask was
hold on,
removed
hold
before
on,
I was in cuffs.
hold on,
That's when I say he flexing his power.
hold on. But you already pled no contest. If this was a trial with a jury of your peers, then these would
Let's
be
just do it.
arguable.
Whatever. Whatever, bro.
But
Let's just
once
do
they
it.
find it
Whatever
on
you
your
want to do.
person, that's it. So, DA, would you be willing to offer a plea deal? And what is your decision for time and fine?
Out of good faith, I will reduce the defendant's sentence from 445 months to 145 months.
Damn.
You know
I'm
what I mean?
sorry. I'm
I
sorry. Can
just
I
served
say something?
150. I just did 150 months because of this.
He did a third of his time. I'm sorry. That's
I
too
just did
low for the Jeff.
150 months. That's double jep, bro.
How much
DA,
time?
if he already served 150, then let's go ahead and cancel that out, and let's talk about fines.
I already got fined also.
He paid his fines already?
I'm not paying it, but I got fined already.
Oh.
They got paid. They for sure got paid. It's not coming out my account though. I'm letting you know I'm not paying these boys.
Mr.
This is
Carter,
wrong.
Mr. Carter,
They're
don't,
wrong.
Mr. Carter, don't dig yourself into a hole, please.
They're wrong, bro. They're wrong. The max was already off before I got handcuffed.
Okay, so suspending the rest of his unserved time and increasing the fine to $515,000 from $435,000.
Okay, so you said time served?
Yes.
Time served and then the fine. Mr.
So
Carter.
fines on top of fine? I already got fined the first time, so I'm getting fined again?
Yes, you're getting 300 plus months suspended.
Yes, you will have to pay the fines for the illegal contraband substances
so what
found
about
on
this
your
ankle
person.
monitor they put on me?
Once you pay your fines, the officers will remove it. If you pay it right now, then we'll remove it right here and you're free to go.
How much is it?
I'm not paying that, bro. We're not paying that.
$515,000.
500.
I'm gonna pay it. I got it.
Whoever needs to pay it, who's paying the amount for him? Okay, step up next to 2 people is paying for this man. 3 people. Jesus, I need friends like this. Okay, if you could all, Mr. Carter, you can go back behind into the gallery and collect the sums from your family and friends. God bless them. Shouts out. If y'all can, they can just send it to your Cash App because it has to be in your bank. If you guys can just send him the funds.
Wait, how much we You sent
5:15. Hey, Chief, if you're speaking, I can't hear you.
Chief is on whisper.
Your Honor. Also, I got a settlement. Also, I'm trying to see if we can handle that now instead of me coming to court tomorrow.
You will have to come back for that.
I'm just saying, can I just send my account number thing to them instead of me coming tomorrow?
No. For the settlement, you do have to appear.
I sent it to his.
All right. You may not have to appear tomorrow. It may be next week. We'll let you know.
But I already got. You feel me? I
Are you
already
talking,
accepted the
Chief?
plea and all.
Oh, Jesus,
I
you
understand, but
sound
we
like
still have a
so far away.
process, and one thing has nothing to do with the other. Today we're dealing with this, okay?
Okay.
Let's get you free and clear of this because we can't grant you anything from the APD if you got a record.
I just need $200. See how much it is?
We already sent the money to. She said 500.
Wait, who y'all sent the money to?
I just cut the cameras. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
You got it? Give me 210. Oh, look. No, I pay that $550. Y'all go ahead and send me the thing.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead and charge me the fine.
Chief, do you want to charge him or do you want me to take care of it?
Final.
Oh, damn, now I can finally hear you.
Yeah.
5:15. And time served, so no additional jail time.
And this ankle monitor removed off me right now.
Once the invoices are paid, yes.
About 2,000.
I want to send a shout out to all of our friends in TikToktonia, all of our friends in Facebooklandia, all of our friends in Instagramonia. The eyes be popping, the eyes are on, so we want to thank all of our friends in those lands. We got over 100 eyes on us today, plus last time I looked. Shouts out to all our beautiful citizens. Is my bailiff still here? Is bailiff, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Could you make sure that our closing anthem is queued up? Because we about to be up out of here. We just got one more thing to handle.
No problem. I
Got you.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I was the arresting officer for Mr. Carter. I was having some issues seeing and hearing, and I just flew back in.
Oh, wow.
Wait, my brother. Case over with, my brother.
Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter.
I already paid my fine.
Mr. Carter, don't get packed up.
Brother, get him. Brother, get him.
Do you know what the ruling was for me, or?
We are just about to check that right now. Lieutenant Lucas, I'm sorry, Officer Vega, we appreciate you flying back in. We did handle it. The DA can fill you in on what the final verdict was, but we did fine him additional, and the chief can fill you in as well as the DA.
All right, 10-4. Appreciate it.
Okay. Mr. Lucas, were you able to look at the warrant that was issued on December 1st that the DA sent to you?
Yes, ma'am. There was no relation to my case, ma'am. There should have never been a warrant put out for since I went to the White House.
DA, can you confirm this?
No warrant should never got put out. Well, from what I know is if we don't want to finish the scene, they handle it. If we want to, they can come back.
Okay.
The warrant should never got put out, and I never picked her up on a warrant. I got her on my body cam going.
All right.
Things, that's why.
Well, I'm going to make a movement that we have this. bring the chief in on this to make a final determination. At which point, Miss Layson, we will contact you and let you know what your next steps will be, if there are any. I think that we need to have the chief make a final decision on this one. Okay?
Can I ask that I have no jail time because this is ridiculous.
You can request that, and it will be noted by the DA that you made that request.
Thank you.
Okay. And with that, bailiff, can you please do us the honors? If everybody can please rise.
Wait, hold on, Your Honor. Hold on. We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
We're not? I'm sorry, who are you?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Hassan Carter.
Oh, Mr. Carter.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
We called for you earlier.
Yeah, I had some, I had some stuff going.
I see. So, Mr. Carter, your case was before us on a civil suit.
Yes, ma'am.
Dating all the way back to the summer. Filed again, the White House issued a decree that this case would be settled to your favor. You have been awarded an amount of 2.5. Can you please let the citizens of Atlanta hear your story? So you have been granted your day in court to say what happened to you. The DA will get an opportunity to address any legalities regarding your case, and then we'll conclude. So you can begin.
Well, I was sitting outside my house with my cousin, and two officers came up to us.
Ah, damn. Well, guess we won't be hearing that story. Bailiff, it's on you. All rise, all rise. Really? Is that what you gonna play? I can't. Hey. Hey. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Get it. Hey. Court is adjourned. Get it, chief. Okay, that's enough. Shouts out to all of our friends joining us in TikTokonia. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us tonight. We will be back again 10 p.m. on Monday. Court is out for the next day. No court on Sunday, so we're going to be back here Monday at 10 p.m. We hope to see you with us. Court's adjourned, guys.